Hi, this is Paige from Core Star Pilates, and this is my warm-up. All right, so let's start with some nice spinal movements. But before we do that, important to talk a little bit about our breathing techniques. So what I'd like you to do is make L shapes with your hands, and I want you to take your thumbs to the back part of your rib cage, the lower part, and then your fingers are going to lie forward on your rib cage. And I want you to just make sure your shoulders are down and back. Take a nice big inhale. I want you to feel like you're breathing into the muscles between your ribs. So inhaling through the nose. And then as you exhale, forcefully blow the air out through your mouth. When you do this, you're going to feel your ribs expand. Almost feel like you're pulling the air up into the ribs, out of the stomach. And then exhale, blow that air out forcefully. The muscles you feel here are your pelvic floor, your transverse abdominis. 2 more nice deep breaths. Get as much fresh air into your lungs as you can. And then exhale, blowing out. I always imagine blowing through a straw. 1 more time. And then exhale. Good. Now keeping your sits bones grounded on the floor. Keep the crown of your head reaching for the ceiling. Let's stretch your arms out wide to the side. Here we go. We're going to inhale. We're going to lean over, place one hand on the floor, and stretch the other arm over your head. Maybe your bottom arm bends a little bit. That's just fine. But keep the sit bones grounded. Inhale, lifting up. Reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Exhale, side bend the other way. Our breath pattern really helps with these movements. Exhale. Feel the ribs contract. Feel that side bend deeper. Inhale, lifting up. Crown of your head reaches for the ceiling, and then exhale. 1 more time around. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, side bending over. This is such a nice way to start to move your spine, turn on your muscles in your abdominal area. Good, and then we're going to inhale. We're going to pause with the arms wide to the side again. I want you to imagine you're touching opposite ends of the room, and your shoulders are gently gliding down your back. This is a stretch for your arms now. So what I want you to do is rotate so one palm goes towards the ceiling as the other palm rotates backwards. You're going to feel one shoulder roll forward and the other one roll back. It's like somebody's wringing out a towel. And then let's go to the other side. Now I want you to breathe at a comfortable pace. Good job. Just keep breathing in and out. Stretching those arms wide to the side. Nice rotation in the arms and the shoulders. I love this one. It's such a nice stretch right here, that bicep tendon. Let's do 2 more sets. Last set, here we go. Okay, now from here, bring the palms so they face down. I want you to bring your scapula a little closer to each other so your chest feels really wide. I want you to keep your sits bones reaching down. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, I want you to keep your scapula retracted as you rotate one direction. Remember, those sits bones are still. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, rotate the other way. I hope you feel some activity in your arms and your shoulders and your back. I do. Exhale, rotate. Such a great way to engage these muscles in the back of our body. Sometimes we forget about that. We're so focused on the front. Exhale, rotate. This is your last one like this. Inhale to the center. Exhale to rotate. You notice I'm probably doing little sets of 3s. It's sort of my favorite way to do these warm-ups. Okay, so now just let the hands float down. Give those arms a little rest. This next rotation, we're going to hold it. So what I'm going to have you do is rotate one direction. Place your fingers on the floor behind you. Your forward hand will be just cross the knee. I have air right here. Staying here, taking your inhale. And then exhale, let's rotate the other way. So that outside hand will go across the knee. Your back hand will rest on the floor. And maybe think about looking over your shoulder. And then return to center. Very good. Float your arms down to the mat. And I'm going to spin now. You can keep your legs in a comfortable position You just stay facing me, of course. I'm gonna keep my knees folded. All right, so here in this one, I want you to inhale, reach your arms in front of you, then swing your arms behind you, lift your heart towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, I want you to reach your fingers forward, and I want you to feel the scapula separate and flex your spine. So feel your navel pulling in, your eye gaze will go down towards your ankles or your thighs, however you're sitting. Inhale, now swing the arms back, extend your spine, opening the chest, and then exhale, flexing forward, tilting your pelvis maybe towards your nose, really almost like you're making a capital C shape with your spine. And then inhale one more time. Scapula feel like they're a little closer here, that's normal. And then as you exhale, flex your spine. Feel your scapula separate. Nice stretch under the shoulders. I know for me that's a hard area to stretch and it's always tight. Now inhale, sit up nice and tall. Very good. And then we're gonna bring your feet in front of you. And then you're gonna make your way to a lying down position. Okay. So as you're here, I want you to feel your heels in line with your sits bones. I want you to feel your shoulders, elbows, and palms pressing down. Natural curve of your spine. So your head should feel nice and heavy on your mat. There should feel like there's a space under your neck. Somewhere near your scapula should be heavy on the table. There should feel like a little space underneath your low back. And then your pelvis should be heavy on the mat as well. All right, so again, heels are in line with your sits bones. Toes are pointing forward. Let's just do a nice stretch for the low back muscles. So you can do this if it helps you find this position. I place my pointer fingers right on the top of my pelvis, those knobby bones, and then I take my thumbs and place them on the lowest part of my ribs. So take your inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, I want you to use the muscles right here to tilt your pelvis towards your nose. You're gonna feel your low back get closer to the mat, and hopefully a nice lengthening through that area. Then as you inhale, tip your pelvis into that neutral position where that space returns. Inhale, tipping your pelvis towards your nose, and then returning to that neutral position. We're gonna exhale one more time, tilt your pelvis towards your nose, and then as you inhale, come back to that neutral position. Now the goal here with doing this is to help increase mobility in your low spine or your low back and help build abdominal strength for stability. Okay, so the reason we bring that up, bring your arms back to your sides. I want everybody to take their inhale, and then as you exhale, tilt your pelvis towards your nose, just like before. The fingers just aren't there. Then bring one leg to tabletop, and then the other. Now the idea is you could do this without any shifting in the body. So if you're not there yet, you can leave one foot down, and we'll just move one leg at a time. If you can maintain that stability, bring both legs up. Keep those arms pressing down, and you're gonna move one thigh away from your torso, and then exhale, pull that leg back up. When you do this, it shouldn't feel like your pelvis wants to tilt out of that imprint at all. Inhale to lower, exhale to pull the leg up. You get where I'm going. Going threes in this. So we got one more on each side. Inhale to lower, exhale to pull the thigh up. Inhale to lower that thigh away from your torso. Exhale to pull the leg up. Very nice. Now bring one foot down with control, then the other. Then you tip your pelvis back into that neutral position. That space under your back returns. Hope that felt good. So now we're gonna move up our body just a little bit. Want you to reach your hands in the air towards the ceiling, but feel your scapula connected to the table. Draw the front of your ribs together, so you're gonna tighten the muscles right between the front of those ribs. Your back shouldn't move in this. So as you inhale, one arm will move back by your ear, the other one will move down by your side, and then exhale, pull the arms up. Inhale, switch, and exhale to pull the arms up. I love this one because you can really tell if your spine wants to move, and if it does, make the move maybe a little smaller. Just go in a range that you know that you can maintain that stability. Okay, one more set. I think that's 3, it might be 4. Pilates teachers are notorious for not keeping count very well. I'm no exception to that rule. Okay, so now something a little bit more challenging. Stabilize the front of the ribs. Now both arms move back by your ears. And then exhale to pull the arms up. You can see for me that my range might be a little smaller now because it's a bigger lever. I want to make sure my back doesn't pull away from the mat. One more time. Okay, place one hand on top of the other, then behind your head. Elbows are going to stay wide here. The pressure between your head and hands is going to be even. Okay, from here, you're going to nod your chin towards your chest without picking your head up. Just feel that length in the back of your neck. And then as you exhale, return to neutral so you're looking straight up towards the ceiling. So now I'm talking about neutral in your neck vertebrae here. Inhale, nod your chin. You should feel your neck get a little like it's lengthening out towards the mat. And then exhale, return to that neutral position where that space is under your neck. One more time, nod the chin. And then exhale, return to neutral. Okay, so we're gonna add a movement to this now. So we inhale, nod the chin towards the chest. As you exhale, lift the back of your head and hands off the mat. And then lift the back of your shoulders and slide your ribs towards your hips. Now when you inhale, breathe into the side of the ribs, not the stomach. And then exhale, roll back down. Good, guess what, 2 more. Inhale, nod your chin. Exhale, lift the back of the head, bend the shoulders, slide your ribs towards your hips. Inhale, pausing. Exhale, rolling back to the mat. Last one. Inhale, nod your chin. Exhale, head lifts, then shoulders. Slide your ribs towards your hips. Inhale, pausing. Exhale, rolling down. Very good. We're going to do one more version. I think it's such a great way to get into a bigger flexion. So you're going to inhale, nod your chin towards your chest. Exhale, peel the head off the mat, then the shoulders. Now inhale, reach your hands straight towards the sky. Then exhale, move your hands forward and see about flexing a little more. Just reaching those arms forward really helps with that lever. Inhale, bring your arms up, hold that lift. Place your hands behind your head and then roll it down. And what we've done here is created a little bit more work in those upper abdominals, which is great to do. Inhale, nod your chin. Exhale, head, shoulders lift off the mat. Inhale, reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands move forward, flex up a little more. Slide your ribs towards your hips. Inhale, hold those arms up now. Bring your hands behind your head. And then exhale, roll it down. Okay, last one. Inhale, nod your chin. Exhale, peel the back of the head, then the back of the shoulders off of the mat. Drawing the navel in. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, flex forward even more. Inhale, lift the arms up. Hands behind your head. Exhale, roll back to the mat. Very good. Bring your arms by your side. Just a little bit of something opposite before we move on. So, hands pressed down into the floor, heels in line with sits bones. I'd like you to take a nice big inhale through your nose. As you exhale, keep those inner thighs engaged. Keep your arms pressing down. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips up off of the mat. Feel like your heels and glutes are pulling towards each other. Get the posterior chain turned on now. And then as you take your next exhale, lower back to the mat. Let me give you a better breath pattern on the next one. Take your inhale. Exhale, squeeze the seat, lift the hips. Inhale, pause at the top of this bridge. Exhale, press down, hoping to build strength in your posterior chain. Here's your last one. Take your inhale. Exhale, squeeze your seat, lift your hips. Inhale, pausing. Exhale, lowering back down. Very good. So feel free to do this warm-up before any physical activity. If you just need to get away from your desk for a moment, or pair it with one of our other videos. Thank you for watching.